Hi, Sarah. Hello, Grinded Peach. That sounds fun. Ornate France. Hello, hello. We're getting Naomi back on here so that we can hear her really well and see her beautiful face. She is a stunner, that one. Holy cow. She is just tall and beautiful, and then she wears high heels on top of it. It's not fair how pretty she is and smart. I can't wait for you guys to get to hear from her. So we're hoping she'll hop back on. In the meantime, how is everybody's Wednesday going? How many days do we have left until Christmas? Or should we not even go there? I haven't even started shopping for Christmas hardly. Anybody else in that boat? Okay, here she is again. Let's try it again. Let's see. 21 days until Christmas. Of course you would know that, Ryan.
Is this better?
It sounds better. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, but it doesn't look.
No, yeah, no, you look fabulous.
Oh.
I was just saying how beautiful you are.
Oh my God, you're so sweet.
Oh, I'm so happy to see you. And hello, Mohammed, and everybody hopping on. So it's our Lunch and Listen with Naomi, Klein, and I'm super excited for who all doesn't know you to hear from you because I've gotten to see you twice. So we'll talk about that later. But please tell everybody all about you, who you are, what you do, what drives your passion. Tell us about you.
Oh, I like talking about everybody else, not about me.
I know it's hard, isn't it? Isn't it hard? I know.
It's hard, especially with social media. You feel it's all out there, so then when you're asked the question, it's a little daunting. But as for me, I've been doing real estate for 16 years, and I love it. I got into real estate because my grandparents came to the U.S. from Europe, and they had no money, no language, no family, but they understood the importance and value of real estate. So I learned from a very young age the importance and value of real estate. And here I am 16 years later. I represent a lot of athletes, attorneys, the whole business spectrum. Love what I do, have a 2-year-old, and am here on Instagram Live with you for Lunch and Listen.
I love it. Okay, I didn't know your parents came from Europe, and I'm so fortunate, and anyone else who got to go to Bloom last May, that we got to meet your mom too. So you just are the sweetest things. And your son, who, but busy toddler, 2-year-old. She brought him to our Atlanta conference. And you guys, that's, I think, something right there just shows what a wonderful mom you are to loop your child into what you do. Like your grandparents probably looped you, and I don't know if it was from your mom or your dad's side, but just, sharing what you do and being authentic about who you are, and that you brought him with you. Will you remind me of his name?
Braden.
Okay, I was going to say Brady. So that's close.
You were very close.
I know. So how do you juggle it all? Because you really are so busy with not just, the real estate, I'm sure, is like a giant portion, and being a mama, but then you also do a podcast. And you also, I don't know if you call Sundays in the City a blog, but it's a really cool blog. And so how do you juggle it all? I know no one has balance, but what works for you? Coffee? Wine?
Yeah, right. I'm not a huge drinker of either. I don't really drink coffee. I love hot water with lemon, super boring. And both instead of coffee and instead of wine. But trust me, wine or a cocktail every so often, definitely worth it. I would say that life just kind of doesn't go the way that you have planned when you're, a little girl and you're growing up and you have this vision for what things are going to be, and then reality hits and it's different. So you have to adjust, and you just do. You just go, you just do. And it was definitely an adjustment period because I've always been so independent. I love work, I love travel, and then you have a little one and it changes things up a little bit. So the adjustment piece, and it takes a village. I have so many amazing people that help with him, and that's it's depending on those people, and within that segment, learning I love this saying, quick to hire and quick to fire. So whether that's a friend, someone that you work with, it's important because people have different agendas, right? And so
Right.
it's whatever fits into what you need.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how it works. And people have been so understanding, and but you have to keep your focus and just get up and do.
Yeah. And, and I really feel like you work and live in one of the most difficult places, I think, in some ways. But then again, you've got the opposite side of one of the most magnificent places, Los Angeles, Beverly Hills, Hollywood, all of that, Malibu. I mean, it's amazing there. But to live and try to raise your child on your own or, with family,
It's a lot.
it's a lot. And like trying to keep up with the Joneses or the Instagram feed. And you do it beautifully. But you get it. It's
Thanks.
like, you have to fit people who will help you and you can help them in the right seasons of their lives, right? Whether it's a babysitter
Yeah.
or a partner or, you're not always going to have the same group of friends, even if it's mom friends, Braden's little, play date people. Those same people who you tell everything to and you do everything with right now will not be the same people when he's in 4th grade. And then when he's in 10th grade, some of them are just going to, go away. And it's all about finding what works for you right now. So I like that. It's not balance. It's just, I don't know, finding what works.
It's completely finding what works. And what I find is that, I'm too slow to fire, and I need to let go when it comes to that, because it's, at the end of the day, I love business. I love all the aspects of business. I love supporting others, and I assume that I'm going to get that same support back. And so it's so many people are fantastic, and then you have a few that are sprinkled in there that it's like, wait, what did you just do? Like, what? Why would you do that? And with that, that's what kind of makes me pause, because I have all this momentum going forward. So it's really to just stay focused on those that are there to support you, that really have your best interest at heart. Mm-hmm. And just let go of the ones that don't. That's my season right now, is just, letting them go, wishing them well. And so much more comes when you release that piece.
So true. Let it go. It's just like Frozen. Let it go.
Let it go. Oh my God, Braden loves that song. He learned the song in like 10 seconds.
Did you take him to the second one yet?
I did. It was his first movie he's ever seen in a theater, and he watched the whole thing.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to go to that next one. I have to tell you, Naomi, Edna is on here. Hi, Edna. I met her at the Seattle Women's Show. I'm hoping she'll be at our conference in May in Seattle. Oh my gosh, Naomi, the dress that you have on in some of my favorite graphics of you, the Cinderella dress, Edna sells those types of dresses. Edna, you need to reach out to Naomi on Sundays in the city and figure out how to get her to, wear one of your dresses, because I'm not kidding. They're stunning.
Edna, let's connect. I would love, I can't wait when we're done, I'm going to check out everything Instagram Edna.
Oh, you are going to love it. I mean, everything looks like it should be kind of in Hollywood, the dresses. I thought, I don't know where I would wear this in Spokane, Washington, but I'm going to find someone.
I wore it to a 4-year-old little girl's birthday party, and another mom was like, where did you get that? I would absolutely wear that for a holiday shoot or for another girl's birthday party. So yeah, I've worn it to events.
You do you, right?
Whatever you feel comfortable in.
Right? Okay, I want to talk about, let's go way back a little bit. And you were a college athlete. So will you tell everybody, and I think that that you learn so much from being on teams and being in sports. And so that obviously helped you with confidence and sales and kind of intuition and everything you need to be a successful saleswoman like you are. So will you tell us where you started and what you did? I believe it was volleyball.
Very good memory. So in elementary school, I think it was 3rd grade, we had volleyball and basketball, and I loved it. Actually, first would have been soccer when I was 7. And I love it. Soccer is my favorite sport. So I believe that when you play in a sport that's a team environment, you don't take things as personally. You know that you just need to get things done. You understand that you need direction from the coach, and you actually look forward to that inspirational coaching, and then you perform better. And it's kind of led me, which is why I developed this boot camp, this business boot camp, which is 6 weeks, because, you know, I've been in these other business courses or programs where it's 12 weeks or longer, and the women that are in it just aren't going anywhere. And after 4 weeks or 6 weeks, they're sobbing because they can't afford to pay their next month rent or their mortgage, or they're worried about this or that. And I don't feel after 6 weeks it should be in that type of a position for a woman. So when it comes to sports, you just, again, you do, you go, you play. Women know how to pass the ball naturally. We know how to, you know, dribble and make it look good and bring it down the field. And we have to practice shooting the ball, right? Because that's what scores. So yeah, so soccer, you know, you might slide tackle every so often, but you just wanna focus on the game. If you lose a game, great. It's a championship at the end, and there's always another game that's coming up. More practice that's needed, no matter how good you are. And you know, the major professional athletes, they're out there practicing hours before the game starts because they know they can always do better. So, you know, you just appreciate your skill set, know what that is, and work collectively as a team. And I don't believe in taking things so personally. It takes a lot to get to me.
I was going to say, I don't think that's, at least not for most of the children and even the teenagers I've seen. I feel like you have to learn. You have to learn it.
You have to learn it. I mean, I remember when Braden was just walking and he would run or walk and fall, and he has yet to cry when he falls down. And some moms would say, wow, you must be a really calm mom because he doesn't cry. But it's, what am I going to do? And he handles it so well. And what's really cool is to see children, how they react to different things as kind of a reflection of how we're raising them and their coping skills. And coping skills are everything. Everything.
Yeah, they are. Oh, especially with kids today. I think that's why we have so many issues, because so many kids have phones and Fortnite and all the things. You're so lucky he's only 2.
I know. And thank God he's a boy, because I don't know what I'm going to do when it comes to him having a phone and social media. I don't even know what's going to be around when he's
okay. That's years
a
away.
older.
Just give him a pretend phone for a while. So yes, your business boot camp, obviously being on a professional, you know, college volleyball team taught you. What did you do after that? Where did you go after that? Did you literally start in real estate after that?
So after college, what did I do? I did fashion, and I did some PR, and then I started with real estate at 24. So I started, you know, a couple years after college, and was doing it in college. I grew up with it. My family invests in real estate, so I understood the value. I have a very high risk tolerance for real estate, so I really believe in the product. Historically, especially in bigger cities, real estate is what has propelled wealth. Even people that have very successful careers, real estate being their secondary source of income has shown to outlast, you know, a lot of what they're doing. So I believe in it 100%.
You know, my husband is the exact same way, and we do have real estate also, and he tries to get me to actually do more than I already do, which is kind of manage some of the small things. It's not my forte, but the more that he tells me about it, the more I see how it helps us as a family. And then I follow you and a couple other friends, one who actually also works for Compass, and she's in Seattle. And I just think there is something to this. So how do you get a woman, because I know that's kind of your niche, is to really help women figure out that go for it, do it, because it can be scary. I mean, I don't know how long it takes to get your real estate license. I don't know any of those things. What would you say?
Well, you nailed it when you said that your husband does all of that. You are learning, and somehow women missed that piece, right? That's the money or the financial connecting piece, the business connecting piece, because it's all a formula. it's all a formula. It's all numbers. And so once you study those numbers and know what those look like and know what the returns look like, that's something that you can work with. So what I do is I help educate women on the numbers with real estate so that it's not overwhelming at all. It's a very, if we have a to-do list and we have to mark that to-do list off, it's the same thing reading when it comes to real estate, property, and investments. So it's a whole program, and there are different modules, but at the end of the day, it's really understanding what your real operating costs are. So whether if you're working or not, if you're a woman who works or not, you need to know what those operating costs are. It's important to know. What is your mortgage? What is your rent? What are your utilities? What, all of your expenses, those are your operating expenses. And then what is the trajectory and strategy on how to bring in that type of income plus, because you want to be profitable, and you understand that there's a certain time where you understand this from Blue Mom Tribe, where there's a certain gearing up point where you are spending money to invest in yourself and your program, and then there's a return on that investment. So exactly. And that time frame is not, a week or two or an Instagram post. It's a lot longer.
Right. Even one viral Instagram post isn't going to change most people's, lives. So
yeah. And we get so sidetracked with social media, and it's great. I always say social media is a website 2.0. So it's just a website 2.0. People get to know you a little bit better. They get to see inside the life of Kelsey and whomever they're following just a touch more. But there needs to be so much more behind that social media.
Right. So your business boot camp, is this your first one? I know you've been coaching along the way. Is this your first business boot camp though? And when does it start, or does it start for everybody differently?
It's evergreen. So it starts for everybody differently. I've been doing it since February. I've had about 25 women that have been in it so far, and it's been amazing. These women are incredible, and they either are taking their business to a next level or they're starting a business. And so we're really establishing a baseline and a platform. And then they have these verticals. I mean, incredible women, real estate agents, entrepreneurs. I have a coach right now, an executive business coach in London, who is going to crush it. She's going to be the female version of Tony Robbins. And it's incredible, because when you really break it down, it all comes down to knowing your numbers and knowing your value. So those are just kind of words that we put out there. But knowing your value is not your personal value. It's what is the value of the return on investment that your client gets from working with you. That's the value, right? So I always say if someone invests in you, they should be able to make 3 times that investment within about 90 days. I mean, it's quick. It's quick. So if you're investing, $5,000, then that $15,000 marker should be seen very close to the 90 or 120 day mark. And that is my responsibility to make sure that I'm giving enough information for that to happen for the other person. So it's one-on-one. It's I love it. These women are
you can tell. I mean, I already know your passion. I've seen you speak on our stage. I've seen you even when you were a guest the first time in San Diego. So I know your passion. You exude sunshine when you walk in a room. And like I said before you got on, I'm like, she's super tall and beautiful, and then she wears heels too, and it's not fair. You can't be that pretty, but you're also so smart.
You're very, very sweet. Well, yeah, it's thank you. I think that the confidence comes from within, because some of my best moments, I really enjoy walking around with no makeup and the clothes just not looking matchy, and the energy that you can bring to a room is incredible when it starts from within. And that's what your event and tribe is all about. I mean, you've really curated some incredible women, and it's a great event. I always feel it's a birthday party for me because it always happens on my birthday. I'm like, thanks,
Right?
Kelsey.
Oh,
Different birthday party all over the country.
We're a couple weeks early this year, darn it. But,
no, you're right on. It's May 2nd.
May 1st? Oh, it is May 2nd?
It's my birthday.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Hello, Kelly, and hello, Melissa, my friend in Utah.
Kel.
Is that your friend Kelly, the knockout? I love that.
Yes. So Kelly, I've known since high school, and she's a pharmacist and is doing a beautiful.
Oh no, you froze.
Doing a beautiful skincare line in Brentwood. Am I still frozen?
Ooh. No, now you're okay. What's it called? Kelly, tell us. Or yeah, give us the scoop.
Kelly, is it Knockout Beauty in Brentwood? Is that what it's called? I don't know. Kelly was in the Hamptons, I think, doing a little bit of it. Hi, Jane. Jane is awesome. Jane just came out with her new book, Decluttering for Dummies, and it's all about organization. So it's perfect. Real estate, how to organize, Knockout Beauty. Okay. Yeah, so Jane lives in Whistler, and I was on a panel that she had here. And yeah, her book, and she has the best advice with decluttering and organization. So she's definitely one to follow too.
Oh my gosh. Jane, you need to come. You need to get a hold of me so I can have you on here for the new year so that we can talk about decluttering. And we will go straight into one of my rooms. You have to call me Jane. And Knockout Beauty, you need to go hold me too. Well, this is what I love about what we do. You get it. We are women supporting women, moms supporting moms. I think we both, I mean, I hear the same thing sometimes, like, oh, you know, you kind of are so happy when you walk in a room. And I mean, it's not like I'm happy 24/7. I promise you that. But I think that it's important to show up, you know, even if it's not a great day, and to just show up. So, you know, when I'm with people, or especially our events, that is my shining moment to shine my light and share it with others. Like, lead the way. Let's light the darkness here. And you get it. I love that, because just talking about your friends on there, like I was talking about Edna, the dress gal, that's how we're shining our light, is helping other women. And I love that you're doing your business boot camp. Now, if I tell my husband about it, he's going to say, sign up. I know he will. So we need to talk about it, because he really wants me to figure that out on the side. So we'll see what happens. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Oh, it paused. Okay, there we go. Yes.
Okay. So your business boot camp, can you talk numbers, or is that something that's kind of off on the side? And, you know, how somebody would want to, if they're interested in, you know, signing up with you, are there numbers that you can share? Like, it's a 6-week program, or is there information that you can share ahead of time, or is it kind of on a per basis?
So it's a program that's really catered to the individual, to the woman that and her business. And so it's 6 weeks. It's one-on-one. There are weekly calls, because, you know, you need that momentum. And I feel that 6 weeks is, I mean, you're ready. When you're ready to start, it just happens. So 6 weeks, and there are modules that are included with that, and you really dig deep. And so you get to have a trajectory of where you want to go, of where you currently are, of, you know, what's been in the past. And it's amazing, because at the end of the day, the women are coming up with these solutions themselves, but we all need a sounding board. And we need a sounding board. To me, what's important is someone that really has your best interest at heart. So it's not projection. It's not saying you can or can't do that. It's completely supporting and embracing their idea, because there's a reason they have the idea. It needs to get out. So I want to help elevate and get it out.
I love that. They need to be heard. But I like that you want to help elevate. Yeah, they need to be heard.
And they can just DM. Yeah, and you can just DM me on Instagram here is fine, and then I can reach out and cater the program to them.
Okay, that would be amazing. And she's offered our community, and it'll go in our newsletter that's going out this afternoon too. She's offered anybody in our community a 15-minute complimentary consult, right? So they just,
Yes, I would love.
yeah, just reach out to Naomi on Sundays in the City and under DMs, and she's great about getting back to that. So I love that because you're very responsive, and some people aren't. It's like, how do you get anything done? I don't know.
Well, that's just it. I mean, one of the basic things is return an email, return a text, return a call, return a DM. So understand what your sources of communication are. And if you're ready and you mean business, then, lights on, you're in business. So it's important. It's important.
I love that.
Yeah.
You need to give your mom, Ruth, who is an amazing individual as well, and your little Braden a hug for me, 2 hugs. And what is he asking for Christmas? Does he even understand Santa or anything like that?
No, he doesn't. No. What does he want? I mean, he loves chickens and cows and horses. So if we were on a farm for Thanksgiving for this amazing art deal with the author of a children's book. So that was really fun. And he loved all the animals. So that would probably be his wish.
Oh my gosh. You know where I went to recently, and it was in Malibu. There's it's kind of right off the highway, and it's a farmer's type of thing, but they sell
Malibu
like
Farm.
feed. Oh my gosh. I could have stayed in there for 2 hours. I am not kidding you. I was petting the rabbits and the chickens, and I'm like everything. And I'm, 50 years old, and I was in there just going hog crazy. And it's free. Moms in California, go drive to the Malibu farm.
Wait, where is this? This is off PCH? Is it?
Yeah. And I feel like there's it looks like a red, authentic kind of barn.
Oh.
Thanks, Christine.
Okay.
Christine says we both look beautiful.
Oh, hi, Christine. Happy holidays.
Yeah, so Malibu Market, it's a Malibu something. It's like that. So they sell feed, and and it's next to a place that has like terracotta pots and things. There are like 2 things.
I wonder if it's Cross Creek or Malibu Feed. I don't know. Okay, now I have to
Malibu
Google
Feed or something like that. If you
Okay.
look up feed store in Malibu, that's what it is.
It's
But
there.
if you take them there are all sorts of animals to touch, little duckies and chickens, and yeah, it's like a free
Perfect.
It's a free zoo. Just bring your hand sanitizer.
I know.
Right? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope we get to see you in Seattle in May. It is only 5 months away, 5 months on your birthday. So we'll hope so. And
Easy date to remember. You guys are so organized with it too. I love the momentum going forward with it.
We're blooming. That's what we're doing.
You're blooming.
We're blooming. Yeah. And it feels really good. So I just appreciate you. You've been to 2 out of our 3 events, and you get it. So I appreciate you. And thank you so much for joining me on our Lunch and Listen. And Merry Christmas.
Thank you for having me. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. And I'm seeing my mom in a few hours. So I'll give her a hug and tell her to say hello.
I will. Yes, do please, because we've been in contact too, so I love it. Thank you so much, Naomi.
Okay. You got it. I'll see you later.
Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.